Communication, we are told, is the key to so much in life. Communication sells products, builds relationships, and relates ideas. PCS's communication course, a component of both the MS in Accounting and the MBA program, has become the key to so much for the students. In fact, the key to their future.
I get a call from a guy named Daniel Soloff saying he wants me to come down and talk about a communications class. So I came down, he asked me to bring a sample curriculum of what I think the course should look like. And I did, and he looked at it and said, "Can you start teaching in 2 weeks?"
It started in 2011. I've been here approximately 4 years, and I have enjoyed every minute of it.
Within 2 weeks I started developing the course, and I had my first, I think it was summer of 2010 was my first class.
I look forward to Monday nights when the communications course takes place. I can't wait to get over here and get involved with my students.
I get mixed reactions when they walk into communications class. Some of them are excited because it's an opportunity to learn something. Some of them are very nervous about it. Some of them are thinking, what's the point? I want to be an accountant. Why do I have to learn this?
Over the years, many accounting firms have spoken to me about being able to identify students to work in their firms. They assume that somebody who's able to graduate our program has the brights and the smarts to be able to succeed as an accountant. So it's not even a question whether they're bright and capable. What they're asking for are students that are able to communicate properly.
Communications is more of an art. I can't give them a formula that says assets equal liabilities plus equity. It's much more figuring out what works for you from an artistic standpoint, and some of them don't like that, especially the tax guys who like things very strictly in columns. They really buck at the beginning.
And the approach they take is very unique because we split the class in half because of the intense relationship they have with the students. So they're really getting one-on-one guidance, and by splitting the class, they only have maybe 10 or 12 students each.
Jack and Barry's class in PCS was absolutely phenomenal. Now that I've gone to the work world and I see how essential communications is. In my position, communication is the key to so many things. It's not necessarily the knowledge that I know that I picked up in PCS or wherever I picked it up from. Communicating with employers, co-workers, superiors absolutely makes a difference and is the key from my perspective, in a lot of the job world.
Coming on Monday night to Jack's class was always an exciting class to look forward to. It was something different. There wasn't a textbook that we learned numbers out of. It was very exciting. He always made it very entertaining to come, and I always really enjoyed coming and listening to the lessons that Jack taught.
I used to prepare my speeches, sort of would think how Barry would present a speech. He's always just stood there with a confidence, very kind outlook, and sort of like radiated a certain countenance. That's really what Barry does. And he really made us want to be better speakers.
We at PCS are fortunate to have Jack Levitt as our communication teacher. He has all the credentials one needs to be able to be a successful communication teacher. He comes from the corporate world, he's won the highest award as a Toastmaster, and he's an executive coach.
Jack, after every single student got up and gave a public speech demo, an elevator pitch, or whatever it may be, he himself, and he went around the class teaching everybody how to give that constructive criticism. Criticize it honestly, fairly, Sandwich it was always his rule. You got to sandwich it with a positive in the beginning, a positive at the end, a negative in the middle.
By Barry being the former managing partner of the human resources of PwC, it gives him a certain vantage point of what is needed to be able to attain a job.
The 12 weeks in Barry's class gave me the skills that no textbook could ever provide.
Barry's enthusiasm and excitement that he brings to the class and the self-confidence that he instills in all our students becomes real, and it affects the students themselves.
Each cohort and each student within that cohort, I find all those students to be very smart, very motivated, very committed, and very respectful.
The guys in the class were fantastic. They really came in very excited to learn.
I take great pride in getting the phone calls and emails from my students when they are scheduled for interviews, when they get offers, when they have to make decisions between multiple offers.
We develop a relationship because of the nature of the course. It's a very personal, there's a lot of personal stuff here because these guys are getting up and giving speeches. So when the guys walk by on a Monday night, they'll all stop in and let me know what's going on with their lives.
We at PCS consider ourselves very, very fortunate to be able to have the quality instructors that we have in Jack and Barry. Each one brings their own talents and personality to make the course as great and as enthusiastic and dynamic as it is.
I think about this course, I think about my students, and it's just a loop completion that ends up as being very gratifying, very satisfying. I love it.
I look forward to next semester because Barry and I had this semester off. I look forward to coming back. It's nice having Monday nights off, but I'm ready to get back in the classroom. I miss it.
Jack and Barry, we only wish you only the best of luck, and hopefully you'll be with us to work together to continuously upgrade our program and teach the most important course of our entire program, which is the communication course.
PCS owes Jack Levitt and Barry Wintel a deep debt of gratitude. Students and graduates feel that gratitude daily as they go through their workdays tackling communication with ability and confidence.